Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another meal prep video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I have taken a few weeks off, but I am back. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. I do meal prep videos every single week and I'm back at it. So like I said, I have not meal prepped for a few weeks, so it feels so good to be back at it. But I did start it a little bit slow because it did seem a little intimidating since it had been so long since I had done it. I didn't want to do a big, huge meal prep. So let's talk about intimidating. I feel like one of the things that people don't like to do about meal prep is definitely the kind of pre-prep meal prep. So like if you need veggies or fruit or something for what you are making for the week, you have to get all that chopped up. But believe me, you guys, having all your veggies and fruit chopped up for the entire week, even if it's for, like, say you need some zucchini for a dinner later in the week, chop it up during your meal prep. Then when you go to make dinner, it's all done. I try to have every piece of produce completely prepped prior to the week. So I do it on Sundays. I prep up all my vegetables, the ones I need for snacking, the ones I need for lunches, for dinners. If I want fruit for snacks or dessert or breakfast, then I do all of that during my meal prep. And it does take a little bit of time. I would say this takes like the longest part of the meal prep for sure, is getting all this stuff prepped, but it just feels so good to get it all done. I got these little mini cucumbers. I think they're actually called small cucumbers. I got them at my friend Mara, which is my Kroger store. And I just like to, I love cucumbers. And lately the big English cucumbers, the peel on them have been so thick and bitter, and I don't know what's going on with them. So I find I really like these little ones better because they remind me of what the English cucumbers used to be like. Are any of you seeing that same thing happening in your area? I just feel like it doesn't matter where I buy them from, I have to peel them, and I never used to have to peel English cucumbers. And so now I'm trying to buy these small ones when I can. And because I really like the taste of the peel, but I can't stand it if it's really thick and bitter. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut up all of these. I already have some carrot sticks. If you watched my grocery haul video that I posted yesterday, you would have seen the carrot sticks that I bought. I'll have those along with the cucumbers for snacking for the week. I am really going to try to get in more veggies. That is one of my goals. Again, if you haven't seen that video, I did post a September goals video and kind of an update where I've been and that I'm back and what I plan to do for the month of September. And one of those is I just want to eat more vegetables. I just feel like I have been kind of falling off the wagon when it comes to getting some really nutrient dense foods in my diet. And so that is my goal. I used to be no problem for me, but it's find myself so easy to fall off and to stop doing it and to kind of go down that road of just like, just don't want to do it. And since I haven't meal prepped the last few weeks, I have not had anything. And that's the reason why, is because they weren't there ready to go. So anyway, cucumbers and carrots for the week. And we're going to be making some dips to go along with that. And of course, I love to have green onions. Green onions are like one of my favorite things like ever. I love to put green onions, fresh ones. I just like the raw ones, and I love to put those on my salads. I'll throw them. You'll see here, I'm going to throw them in my burritos that I'm going to make. I love to just throw them on top of a finished dish. Any kind of like Asian salad or noodles or something like that. I love green onions. One of my favorite things. And then these green beans, I got some fresh green beans to add in my meal prep for the week. And then I have about a half a bag left over to use for a side dish. Zucchini, again, also for the lunch meal prep you're going to see. The bell peppers are going to be for the breakfast burritos, and then I'll have some left over to use in various ways throughout the week. I plan on having like strawberries and yogurt for dessert or to have for breakfast, so I wanted to cut up some strawberries. And now, of course, we got to cut up our sausages for our main attraction, which is going to be our sausage bowls for lunch. So for the sausage bowls, here's everything you need. So of course we need some sausage. This Cajun style andouille sausage is one of my favorite things. It has such good flavor. Then in here, of course, we have our zucchini and our green beans. And you can use any kind of veggies you want for this dish. I have some broccoli slaw here. And then I have these fire roasted peppers and onions. And I already had some of this Parmesan cheese in my refrigerator, so I'm just trying to use that up. Lori's seasoning salt, and then some avocado oil. Really simple recipe. I was inspired to make this from Stay Fit Mom over at Instagram, and I just kind of changed it up from the recipe she had, but it's a really great base recipe, and you can just throw anything that you want in there. Now, I wasn't sure how much broccoli slaw to use because I feel like, it just seems like such a huge bag. Well, I ended up putting more in there than what you see, and I'll show you what I have left over in the bag, but I ended up using about 3/4 of the bag. Just using 1 tablespoon of avocado oil for all 4 of the bowls. And that's just to kind of just help kind of make the veggies a little bit softer, a little bit more flavor. I love Lori's seasoning salt. It's just such a basic salt and seasoning. So I just went ahead and just threw some of that in there as well. Now this Cajun sausage is so flavorful that you don't need a whole lot of seasoning. But I wanted to put something in with the veggies. And you can see here, this is how much broccoli slaw I have left. So I used about 3/4 of the bag. I really love, love, love this broccoli slaw. It is so good. Now I have my little meal prep containers here. I always get asked where I get these. I got them at Costco, but I know they have them on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link them. I think they're linked in my Amazon store, and they are oven safe. So I get a lot of questions on that. You don't have to take off the silicone around them. Go on their website and it'll tell you that. So I'm just evenly distributing the vegetables. I did spray my dishes a little bit with some cooking spray. I wasn't sure if the veggies would stick or not, but I'm just kind of evenly distributing all the veggies between all 4 of the containers. Now I'll be the only one eating these, so I'm just going to put them in my tracker as 4 servings, and we'll be a little bit off with the oil because of course it's not like going to be 100% even, but we'll be just fine. So we're going to go ahead and distribute those, and then we're going to go ahead and add on a little bit of our fire roasted peppers and onions. Never had these before. The ones I really like are those fire roasted veggies from Costco, but I didn't have any of those. So these were the only fire roasted veggies that I could find in the grocery store. And like I said, Krista over at Stay Fit Mom used fire roasted veggies, and I believe the ones she used were the ones from Costco. But these actually smelled amazing, and I'm just putting them in here frozen because we're cooking this. No reason to thaw those out. They were a little bit thawed out because I took them out of the freezer right before, but I did end up using the full bag amongst all 4 of them. There's actually like a full onion inside of this, so I ended up having to toss that. But hey, I think these are actually a pretty good thing, so recommend them. I know Trader Joe's has a similar fire roasted veggie. Like I said, I had this in my refrigerator ready to go, so I did weigh out 5 grams and put on 5 grams each on each one of these containers here. And she didn't use any kind of cheese, but I had it left over. I need to use it up. I'm really trying to use things up. Now we have my favorite Cajun style andouille sausage. You guys, this is like the best sausage. It is not really spicy. It has a little bit of a kick to it, but not like a whole lot. So we're going to go ahead and put just 1 link. So you guys noticed I cut up and just made sure I had exactly 1 link to each of these. They are 5 points on WW. But really the only thing we're counting on here is the cheese, which I believe is 1 or 2 points, and then the sausage, and that's it. Well, the avocado oil also will probably end up being 1 point. This is going to go into a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. She did hers for 40, but I checked mine after 30, and they were plenty done. So I went ahead and just did 30 minutes at 400 degrees. And the sausage is going to get so crunchy, you'll see, and the veggies so soft. I'll just be heating these up again, so it's okay if some of the veggies aren't quite cooked through, because I love to have like crisp, tender veggies. That's kind of my preference. And you'll see here the cheese is melty, the veggies are cooked through, the sausage is nice and crispy. Oh my gosh, you guys. I will put here on the screen the calories, protein, and the WW points for these. And of course, you'll be seeing me enjoy them throughout the week in my What I Eat in a Week video. And I will be sure to let you know what I think about them. But so versatile, such a versatile recipe. We're also going to make some breakfast burritos. So we have some eggs here. So I did 7 eggs. We're going to make 3 burritos. We also added in 1/3 cup of fat-free cottage cheese. So anytime I'm cooking with cottage cheese, I use the fat-free kind. But if I'm eating cottage cheese, I do prefer the 2% good culture. But fat-free is 0 points, low fat, low calories. We also have some cubed ham here. And we have some red bell pepper and green bell pepper. Again, use whatever veggies you want. I'm going to throw some cilantro on here. And then we have our La Bancherita tortillas. These are the huge ones, the 80-calorie ones. They're 2 points. Love them. Just put the cottage cheese right in there with the eggs before you whip them up. I promise you guys, you would not be able to taste the cottage cheese. It just tastes like cheese. So instead of putting cheese in your burrito, which I'm going to put cheese in my burrito though, along with it, because I love the extra cheese in there, and I have some Velveeta cheese slices I need to use up. But you could actually omit the cheese. But the cottage cheese makes the eggs really creamy. It's kind of hard to explain. And you can blend them up in a blender if you don't want any kind of cottage cheese chunks at all, because you'll see I'm going to have a little bit of chunks, but that doesn't bother me because I eat cottage cheese. But if you're somebody who cannot stand to even see the little curds in the cottage cheese, then I would suggest putting them in a blender. Now you see here I did saute up my veggies and my ham a little bit, and just a little bit of cooking spray. And again, I like my veggies kind of crisp tender, plus I'll be cooking these in the air fryer in the mornings for breakfast. So I went ahead and just sauteed those up just a little bit, get a little bit of color on the ham, a little bit of color on the veggies, and then I added in my eggs. So you can see here there's some curds there. So again, if you don't want to see any curds, just put it in your blender, blend up the eggs and the cottage cheese, and you'll never know. And your eggs will just be so creamy. I know a lot of people do that with Greek yogurt, but the Greek yogurt kind of has that tanginess to it. Cottage cheese does not. Now you see I had some Velveeta cheese slices. I know, plastic cheese, but it's good, you guys, and it's only 1 point, and it melts like a dream. So I'm going to keep on eating my plastic cheese. We have our eggs here. So again, I'm making 3 burritos. So I'm just going to put, kind of eyeball it. I kind of, in my pan, you can't really see it, but in my pan, I kind of split the eggs up into 3 different sections. And I used 7 eggs just because I wanted to kind of bulk it up a little bit. I did have some egg whites, but they weren't opened yet, so I didn't want to open them until I really wanted to use them. I added some cilantro on top just to kind of add some fresh flavor, and also added some green onions. And then I'm just taking one of those cheese slices, peeling it in half, and then just putting them on there. Now again, you can totally omit the cheese, and I was going to, but I saw them in there and I have not been really using them, and so I just wanted to get them used up. I am terrible at folding tacos and burritos. I found a thing one time online on like how to fold them, but I couldn't find it again. And I know it I've done it before and it works like a dream, but I have not been able to find it. So this will work. I'm just going to go ahead and I wrap them in parchment paper and foil. And the reason why I do this is because I do put these in the air fryer, and I find that the parchment paper kind of protects the burrito from getting too soggy. I don't know how to really explain it. Like, it makes it kind of, they get crispy, but they also get just stay nice and kind of firm. I don't know. The last time I made breakfast sandwiches, I didn't have any parchment paper, so I used just foil, and my sandwiches came out so bad. And I always do the double layer, as you guys know, and I just feel like something about it with the parchment paper just makes them taste the best. And I'll throw them in at 400 degrees. You guys know I love 400 degrees in my air fryer. That's just what I do. And I'll probably do it for about 4 or 5 minutes just to get them all heated up. And they don't necessarily need to be super crispy for me. Like, I could eat this without even cooking it. But I just like to have a little bit of a crispy burrito. And you'll see here, all 3 of them are done. So these will be 3 of my breakfasts for the week. And I'll probably do my yogurt bowls the rest of the week. Now we're going to make some Greek yogurt dip. So I have 2 just individual ones. I know you could buy the big ones, but honestly, my Kroger store was out of all the yogurt. I don't know what happened, but they had some individual ones on sale for 99 cents. And these are just nice because there's no waste and you can just make some individual dips. And I totally did not record myself making them. I totally thought I had, but did not. So I just took 1 container and put them in each of these bowls, and I put some ranch dip in one of them. And the ranch dip, that is the difference between the Hidden Valley ranch dip and these generic ones, is that I had to put a lot in there to make it taste really ranch flavored. And with the Hidden Valley ranch ones, you don't have to do that. The Lipton Recipe Secrets, I used about 1/4 of the package. This stuff has so much flavor. And these will be fantastic with my carrots and with my cucumbers. Usually I'll eat this for 2 days. So I'll just take them to work, put in my refrigerator at work, and I have 2 days worth of dip for them, for my cucumbers and for my carrots. Now I have a fail to share with you. So I wanted to make some my own pumpkin cold foam. So I have all these ingredients. It's a fail, but I'll tell you, it still tastes really good. So let me go ahead and tell you what I did. So I have some fat-free half and half here. I have some vanilla syrup, some sugar-free pumpkin pie spice creamer, and then some pumpkin. So we're going to do 4 teaspoons of pumpkin. This is a 2 teaspoon measuring spoon. We're going to do 4 teaspoons of pumpkin. This is my favorite pumpkin, by the way, is this Kroger pumpkin. And then it calls for like vanilla extract, but it also called for like a simple syrup sweetener. So I just thought vanilla simple syrup. I'm just going to do that. Again, 4 teaspoons of that. And then we're going to add in some fat-free half and half. So we need 3/4 of a cup of this. And I thought that would really foam up with this, but for some reason it just does not foam. But again, this packs some really good flavor. So that's all that matters, right? I mean, and I wanted to make a batch ahead of time. I read up a lot, you guys, on what milk foams the best. And of course, everybody uses heavy cream, but I just wanted to kind of avoid that. So then I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of the sugar-free pumpkin spice creamer. Put that in there. And then we're going to add in some pumpkin pie spice. Pumpkin pie spice. Yeah. We're going to add some of that in there, about 2 teaspoons. And then I wanted to froth it up just a little bit with my handheld frother, just to get it all mixed up, because I plan on keeping this in the refrigerator all week. And I put in 4 servings in the tracker, and it comes out to like 1 point per serving. So then I decided, okay, it's not really frothing up. Didn't even look like it was going to even start to. So I got my old trusty frother out that you guys know I love, and I put 1 serving worth in my frother there, did the cold foam setting, which always works beautifully, and then was getting my coffee ready. So while that was going, so I have a cup of ice here. I love to put salted caramel in with my pumpkin. I know it sounds weird, but it's really good. So I put some of that in there. I have my Stoke cold brew extra bold, unsweetened, one of my favorites. And then we're going to top it off. I mean, it's foamy a little bit, you guys, and I don't know, it's not a complete fail, but it just did not foam up the way I really wanted it to. But you guys, it does taste amazing. Really, really good. So if you have a good recipe for a copycat pumpkin cold foam, let me know. But I drank it and it tastes good. It just did not stay foamy the way I wanted it to. So let's go ahead and do a wrap up of today's meal prep. So we have everything here. Again, I wanted to start out slow. I know it's not as much as I normally meal prep, but you guys, it'll get me going for lunch and for breakfast this week. So we have our yummy sausage bulge, which I have to tell you, it just made the kitchen smell so good. That sausage is so good. I cannot recommend it enough. We have our breakfast burritos for 3 breakfasts this week. And of course, we have all of our veggies and fruit, so we can have that for snacking. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I will have links down below in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.